Jack Dorsey is to actually taking the blame for Twitter failures, and he's actually willing to pledge $1 million to a company called Signal. And I just want to quote some of the things that he said about his journey throughout being, co-founder of Twitter. One of the first things that he said was that he based Twitter around like the principles that he had learned through past actions as a co-founder, but he ultimately realized that he felt like he was losing control and like losing interest in pushing ideas further for the company because an activist entered the stock in 2020. And me and Jack were chopping it up about this earlier. And how we interpreted that is we're guessing that a major stockholder bought a lot of shares within the company to where they got voting privileges to where his voice was not nearly as strong as it was. What do you guys think about that? And I guess you just say like the dangers of taking your company public and just losing control of what you can actually do.
Well, I think this is why, when Elon purchased Twitter, it was apparent that they had to go private. Again, they had to basically eliminate the voice of the people that were controlling the company pretty much. It had to go down to the raw meat and bones of just whoever is in charge of the company within the organization runs it. It's not people whose money is just being thrown around. Yeah, I really think that that's probably what happened. I mean, bigger story with Jack Dorsey. I mean, a lot of the Twitter files that came out didn't really mention him in most of it. Yeah. And then some did. So that's probably why he started getting a bunch of heat, because some of the Twitter files were fired at him. What's coming back around now is that, he was involved in some of the Twitter file stuff, but he really wasn't involved. Like, he wasn't really there mentally, like, not because of like an illness, but because just like he's thinking about other companies. It's just because he was noted as CEO, he had to give the sign off on certain things. Yeah. It was probably just briefed in the wrong way. So I mean, Bill Burr over here, what's on your noggin about this topic?
Yeah, well, I mean, just on the topic of like Twitter files, it has been, really interesting to see kind of a lot of the development that has come out about it. And just like all in all, kind of a lot of the stuff that was like censored, between the whole thing with President Trump and then just other, like a lot of like users and stuff were out there,
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things that he actually said about the suspension of Trump's account was that during the third, pretty much how he addressed it was, we did the right thing for the public company business at the time, but we did the wrong thing for the internet and society overall.
Yeah, I think he's honestly just playing catch up because of like these things that are coming out about the company that he was in charge of, and just all of these discrepancies and lack of transparency. He's really trying to do some damage control here. And I mean, Elon's vouching for him, basically saying that like, I don't think that it was really the problems at Twitter were on account of him.
Yeah.
So,
there's no other way to put it. He was the founder of the company, so he's going to get dragged into the mess and all the fire up.
Absolutely. Regardless, though, made one of the best social media apps of all time.
By far.
But